Hey Gearheads! In the world of supercars, where you've seen iconic rivalries between Bugatti versus Koenigsegg, Ferrari versus Lamborghini, and BMW versus Mercedes, there's a modern rivalry between two luxury icons that has been heating up for years. It's the rivalry of the 2025 Genesis GV80 and the 2025 BMW X5. Every year, these two companies release their latest versions, and fans eagerly await reviews to decide which one will grace their driveway. Let's dive into this review and see which one you will buy in 2025. Number 1. Raw power and speed. First things first, let's talk about the engine and the top speeds. The Genesis GV80 has a 3.5-liter V6 bi-turbo engine with Hyundai SmartStream G3.5 code, producing 375 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque, while the BMW X5 has a 3.0-liter inline-six engine with 48-volt mild hybrid technology, delivering 375 horsepower and 384 pound-feet of torque. Between the two, the horsepower is identical at 375 horsepower, but the Genesis edges ahead in torque, producing 390 pound-feet compared to the 384 pound-feet from the BMW X5. This slight advantage in torque impacts acceleration and overall driving experience, and therefore, this helps both the Genesis GV80 and the BMW X5 go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds. Still, the top speed for the BMW X5 is 155 miles per hour, as compared to the Genesis GV80's 149 miles per hour. Considering everything, both cars are pretty much the same, so we will give 1 point to each. Number 2. Pricing. If you look at the pricing of the two cars, you will see a very similar bracket. The lowest trim of the 2025 Genesis GV80 is the 2.5T standard, which starts at $59,000, and it goes all the way up to the 3.5T Prestige, which comes in at $80,650. Between these two trims are 8 additional trims, offering various features and options catering to your individual preferences. Moving on to the 2025 BMW X5, the lower trim is the S-Drive 40i, which costs $66,695. The second trim is the X-Drive 40i, which costs $68,995, and the third one is the X-Drive 50e, which comes in at $74,095. For comparison, we will select the BMW's X-Drive 40i trim and the Genesis GV80's 3.5T trim, which cost $68,000 and $75,995 respectively. Number 3. Exterior. It's clear that both models have gone with a classy and expensive design route. The BMW has kept its traditional kidney grille finished in silver, while the Genesis has quite a bit of bling with its chrome crest grille. Flanking the sides, both models have fancy LED lighting with their newest signatures. Both have premium projector LEDs and no fog lamps. Now, heading to the sides, both have premium rear-wheel drive proportions and come in at almost exactly the same length. There are nice-looking 21 and 22-inch alloys in the BMW and Genesis respectively, but you can't tell the difference. If you talk about length, the BMW comes in at 194.3 inches, while the GV80 is 194.5 inches long. In addition to some of the other features, both have heated, power-folding, auto-dimming mirrors with blind spot monitoring. Since there is not much to differ in the exterior, and the choice only depends on your personal preference, the scores are now 2-2 for each car. But wait till you look at their mileage. Number 4. Interior. In this round, we have the interior face-off. The BMW has soft faux leather seats and an astonishing 20-option power adjustment in the driver's seat. On the other side, the Genesis has gone with real Nappa leather, which is more expensive and luxurious. GV80 lags behind the BMW, as it has only 16 options of power adjustment. There is also a massaging function in the GV80 which the BMW doesn't have. Both cars have heated seats with power adjustment and leather covers, but there are heated armrests only in higher trims. There is a wireless charging spot with 2 cup holders and a bunch of storage space in both cars. It seems like these cars were made by the same person because both of these have glassy shifters, along with a full 360-degree camera view when backing up. The BMW has a 14.7-inch infotainment screen, while the Genesis GV80 has the screen combined with the gauge cluster, turning it into a 21-inch OLED screen. Both cars have a panoramic sunroof with powered rear-view mirrors. The BMW has 40 inches of headroom with 39.8 inches of legroom. Meanwhile, the GV80 has 40 and 41 inches of head and legroom respectively. There are USB ports in both cars, but only the GV80 has a touchscreen with more climate control. Another amazing feature of the GV80 is the powered sunshade, which is manual in the BMW. Now for cargo space, we have 33.9 cubic feet of space in the BMW, but it becomes 78 inches with the rear seats folded. This is 15% less than the GV80, which offers the same 33.9 cubic feet of space. But the space becomes 84 cubic feet of space with the rear seats folded. Hence, it is very clear that the winner of the interior round is the GV80. So, the scores are now 3-2 in favor of the GV. Number 5. Fuel economy. The EPA estimated fuel economy of the BMW X5 xDrive 50e is 22 miles per gallon city, 23 miles per gallon highway, or 58 miles per gallon E combined when using both gas and electricity from the battery. The rear-wheel drive S-Drive 40i and the all-wheel drive xDrive 40i are both rated for 23 miles per gallon city and 27 miles per gallon highway, making a combined economy of 25 miles per gallon. On the other side, the Genesis GV80 has a city fuel economy of 19 miles per gallon, while it has 24 miles per gallon on the highway. Hence, the combined fuel of the Genesis GV80 is 20 miles per gallon. So, for this round, fuel economy goes to BMW. Therefore, the final scores are tied at 3-3 for both cars. But which one is worth the drip? Well, I would say the BMW is a better option because both are very comparable, but the name and prestige of BMW would tilt the balance. Although slightly cheaper, the Genesis is a solid option. Thus, in the end, it will come down to your personal preferences. If you like this video, then watch this next video with BMW and their biggest rival today, the Mercedes-Benz. See you there.